All right, let's dive right in. Today we're talking about a change that's so big, it is completely rewriting the rules for how your business gets found online. We're not just tweaking the old playbook of websites and SEO. No, we are in a totally new era, the age of AI-powered answers. And that brings us to the big question, the one every single business owner needs to be asking themselves right now. Is your business slowly becoming invisible? Because the way your customers find you is changing faster than ever, and if you're not ready, you're gonna fade right into the background. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. For the last, 20 years, the goal was simple, right? Be the destination. You did everything you could to get someone to click on your link. But that game is over. The new goal is to be the source. You need to be the trusted, authoritative voice that an AI chooses to quote in its answer. The click is being replaced by the citation. So why is this massive shift from destination to source even happening? Well, it's because we're not just dealing with simple search engines anymore. We are officially in the age of AI answers, all powered by something called answer engines.
So what in the world is an answer engine? Well, think of it this way. It's an AI that doesn't just give you a laundry list of links to sort through. It does the heavy lifting for you. It reads dozens of sources and then gives you one direct conversational answer. This completely flips the script. We've gone from the active work of searching to just asking.
So the takeaway here is, if you want to get cited, you got to start thinking like an AI. Your content has to be structured perfectly so it can be read and used. We're talking short, punchy summaries. We're talking clear bullet points and really direct definitions. You're basically formatting your knowledge for a conversation, not just stuffing it with keywords.
Okay, so this brings us to a pretty critical point. Ignoring this whole shift isn't a problem for, next year. It's a problem for right now. If you're not adapting, you are running the very real risk of becoming invisible online. And believe me, it's happening a lot faster than you think. And I really can't overstate the urgency here. Literally, as we're talking, these AI models are learning. They're training, building their knowledge base. The brands that are feeding them clear, valuable information today are the ones that are going to be trusted and cited tomorrow. The early birds here are building a huge and maybe even permanent advantage.
This completely changes how we measure what's working. Look, website traffic isn't dead, but it's not the whole story anymore. Not by a long shot. The new metrics are all about influence and authority. We need to be tracking things like brand mentions, how often you appear in search, and, this is the big one, your citation count. The key question is no longer how many clicks did we get, it's how much of an authority is our brand on this topic. So, how do you actually win in this new world? Well, you need a new strategy, one that's built from the ground up for this AI era, and it's called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. You can think of GEO as the evolution of SEO. But instead of just optimizing for keywords to train game and algorithm, you're optimizing your brand for clarity and for trust. It's all about making your expertise so clear and so helpful that these answer engines have to choose you as the source. So here it is, the new GEO playbook in 4 simple steps. First, you answer every single question your customers could possibly have. Become the go-to authority. Second, you add what AI can't just make up, your unique experiences, your data, your stories. Third, you format all that amazing content so an AI can easily read it. And finally, you get it out there, everywhere, to build up that trust.
Now, a great strategy is one thing, but you need the right tools to actually pull it off. And this is where you can build a serious advantage, by creating your very own AI assistants that act like an extension of your brand.
The main tool here is something called a custom GPT. Just imagine an AI assistant, a chatbot that has been trained only on your business's information, your product manuals, your support documents, your brand's unique personality. It's like cloning your best expert and putting them on call 24/7. And what does that actually do for you? Well, we're talking about real-world outcomes. You can have automated customer support running around the clock. You can deploy a much smarter assistant to capture high-quality leads. Or you could even build an internal knowledge base that gives your own team instant answers to their questions. Now, on the other side of the coin, you have tools like Gemini Gems.
This is Google's AI, and the key word to focus on here is multimodal. That's a fancy way of saying we're going way beyond just text. These assistants can understand and work with images, documents, complex data, the whole shebang.
The real power of Gemini Gems is often about transforming your internal operations. Think about taking a super complex manual workflow and just automating it, or streamlining how you train new hires using video, text, and quizzes all in one go. It's about automating entire business journeys, not just single tasks. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But let's make it real. Let's take a look at how these custom AIs are already being used by different businesses to get some pretty amazing results. So let's kick things off with an automotive repair shop. What's their biggest problem? Customers have a million technical questions, and the best mechanics are always too busy working on cars to answer every single one.
So their custom AI becomes a 24/7 expert mechanic. A customer can pop on and ask, "Hey, what are the best performance upgrades for my car?" and get an instant, perfect answer pulled right from the shop's own knowledge. It's like having their top mechanic on call all the time.
All right, now let's switch gears and look at a construction company. For them, the challenge is different. It's about guiding clients through what can be a really complex and, honestly, overwhelming planning process. In this case, the AI assistant is like an instant project helper. It walks a potential client through different renovation ideas. It answers questions about materials. It gives service info on the spot. It takes that confusing first step and makes it smooth and supportive. What these examples make really clear is that this is about so much more than just showing up in search results. This is a strategic move to build a real, lasting AI advantage for your business. And here's the bottom line, the real-world impact. These AI assistants deliver a crystal clear return on investment in 3 key ways. First, by automating tasks, you literally slash costs. Second, by handling all those repetitive questions, you free up your team. And that lets everybody focus on growth and innovation, the stuff that actually moves the needle. So we'll end with this one thought. Your customers are already asking AI for answers. That's a fact. The only question left is, when they ask about your industry, about your product, who is going to be the trusted source that gives them the answer? Will it be you, or will it be your competitor? That's the choice you have to make, and it starts today.